Welcome to Miss Martin Muses. Welcome to Miss Martin Muses, where we are going to be musing today more about reading a Game of Thrones for the first time. Reading a Game of Thrones for the first time. And it is a Catelyn chapter. A Catelyn chapter. Catelyn Stark. One of her coolest chapters. This one was so well written. It was so amazing. I really loved it. I'm sharing here from a wiki of Ice and Fire. And here is the source. I always like to give the source because that's what a good historian does. Game of Thrones, chapter 28, Catelyn. And I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing because, of course, it just made it blurry. Here we go. Let's delve into it. Catelyn and Sir Roderick take shelter from the rain at the inn at the crossroads. Soon after, Tyrion Lannister and his party arrive. Tyrion recognizes Catelyn, who had hoped to remain anonymous, and Catelyn takes the opportunity to convince the men in the room to take Tyrion captive so he can face the king's justice in Winterfell. This chapter is so freaking well written. It starts off with Catelyn and Sir Roderick, and they're all, hey, we've got to, stay low, and they're kind of hiding. They're seeing all the people showing up at the inn because they're on their way mostly to the tournament that's supposed to be in honor of her husband, but we all know he hates it. I just love the way it's all tied together. Well, they get in there, they get their little room, and I love the details about what it's like to be checking in to this crappy inn. And then they sneak down to try to keep themselves a little bit low profile with their dinner. But there's this stupid ass bard guy who won't shut up. And this ends up being their downfall because when Tyrion comes in, and of course they can't even believe it. They cannot believe their bad luck. And they're trying to keep a low profile. Well, sure enough, that stupid bard dude draws attention to them. And then Tyrion is like, hey, look, it's Catelyn. And he's very polite. He just goes, oh, I'm sorry to have missed you at Winterfell. Because Tyrion doesn't know how he's been set up. And to quote here, everyone in the inn is astonished, and every eye is turned to Catelyn as she stands. So she kind of comes out of her hiding, and then she becomes the Lady of Winterfell. Catelyn decides to play her hand. She asks some of the men at arms in the room directly if their lords are true to her father, Lord Hoster Tully. The Brackens, Freys, and Windsor all represented in the room and answer with polite agreement. This is also one of those brilliant moments where he's showing how people have to be loyal to the people for whom they're bannermen or for whom they have pledged their support. And of course, immediately they're like, why, yes, we are. And in her case, she has not just her immediate family. She also has the Tullys, her father. Tyrion is confused and asks what Catelyn is doing. Again, he doesn't know. Even sniggering at one of the comments. Tyrion is very, very confident in himself. That's part of his survival skills that he has. Part of the survivor skill that he has is his wit. He does not know the situation that he is in. Catelyn then tells the bannerman that Tyrion, while a guest in her home, sent an assassin to murder her son in his bed. In the name of King Robert and the lords they serve, Catelyn calls upon them to seize Tyrion and return him to Winterfell to await the king's justice. And then this is really, really cool. The very last line in the chapter where Catelyn cannot decide which is more satisfying, the sound of a dozen men drawing their sword, or the look on Tyrion Lannister's face. May I pause a moment to say this man is a god, George R. R. Martin, and the only thing that is keeping me from pledging my undying love for all eternity to this man is because he has not yet said when Winds of Winter is coming out. Finish the books. Finish the book, George Martin. Amazing chapter. Also, a few details in here while Catelyn's going along. She mentions her temptation to go to the Eyrie where her sister is, or to her family to see her dad in the Riverlands. I think that's what it was called. And at this point, she's still planning to go to Winterfell. What I liked about her mentioning that in her head is it gives you a sense of the lay of the land where they are, gives you background of how they're all related, and shows tension. She's got 3 places she's supposed to be. Very well written chapter. Actually, the whole book's well written. I just need to quit saying that, but this was a great chapter. So that is chapter 28. It was Catelyn's point of view. She has captured Tyrion Lannister, and it's going to suck to be Tyrion for a good deal of the rest of the book, if I recall correctly, because I do recall that it follows the TV show. So have a good day, everyone. Have a good day, and be certain if you're in hiding and a bard comes and starts mouthing off and won't shut up, just get out of there.